Good morning on Hurston. We are back for day 2 of work. We're going to earn some money. I've been a little bit busy and I'm just taking a bit of a break, but we're going to head out. We're going to try some hand mining today. We've done some delivery missions, but now we're going to be doing some hand mining. So I've already gone and got some of the supplies I need. If you recall, I showed you how to get to Tamnay and Sons and order some items. So what you need to do is you want to go there, and when you go in, head to the desk if you have not head there already, and grab yourself the multi-tool, which will be used in quite a few different things. But right now we're going to use it for mining, and at the same time you must get the mining head attachment. Also, afterwards, you're going to be heading over to the armor display and looking for the Russack, the yellow Russack. Make sure when you're looking at the mannequin that you choose the Russack and buy that. It's going to set you back a little bit, but it's something that you need for storage. Having that will give you some storage. Once you have it, we can put it on. So you just hit F1 and go to your equipment manager, and then on armor, we're looking at torso. We choose the Max Fleck Russack core, and you can see there it is there. At the same time, go to utility, utility item, make sure you have your pyro multi-tool equipped and have the orbit mining attachment equipped, and hit select changes. Make sure your helmet is on at the same time. This is a good time. Change pending, as you can see there. If we hit F1, we are now wearing it. So we now have everything we need in order to go and do some mining. So this gives you of uh, a little bit of storage. If I hold F down and right click, you can now see that we have personal inventory here, and we can carry 52 of the SU, which are personal storage units, not the SU of cargo storage. So hitting back right here, we'll get out of there. So that is how much we can carry, and we're going to go trying to find some gems using our multi-tool. So I'm going to head to the ship and head out into space. So I have just retrieved my ship. You can see it's in Hangar 9 there, and we're going to head to a cave. There's a few ways to head to caves. One is you can just fly into space and then try to warp to a specific location that says mine or cave on it if you can find one. However, there's always a chance of other people being at those locations, and if they're at the location, then you run the risk of being attacked, or your ship being destroyed, or just having someone mine all the items that you were looking for. So instead, what you can do is you can take a contract. So, hangar 9. So what I'm going to do is once I get to the hangar, I'm going to open up the equipment manager. As you can see right now, I've spent some money and we're down a bit. We were at 11,000, now we're about 8,008 UEC, and we need to earn some money back. So the search investigation contracts help earn money if you can find a body in a cave, so it'll send you to a cave. So I'm going to hit F1 and go to contracts manager and then investigation. And as we can see here, that there is someone for 4,000 UEC and they are in a cave somewhere on Hurston. If I don't end up finding them, I will at least be in a cave where I can do some hand mining. So I'm going to say accept offer and then hit F1 again. And now there is a new point you can see. The cave is 133.3 kilometers away, so not that far at all. If it was farther, I would have to warp to a location nearby, because you cannot warp to those locations in game, the ones that are the caves, but you can get near them and then warp to them. So I'm going to request takeoff and fly towards this cave, and when I get close, then I will join you again. So we are approaching the Hurston Cave right now. Now, if we looked at our contract manager, it did say that the cave can only be entered by foot, which makes me think that this might be one of the older caves, one of the original caves. There are new caves that you can drive in and that you can fly in, some that look like sinkholes. I have not seen any of those caves yet. I'm really excited to check them out and see them, but this looks like this might be one of the older original caves. An advantage of being on Hurston when you're mining is that you don't have to worry about exposure, you don't have to worry about temperature, or even running out of oxygen. It's good to have a med pen with you or maybe some food with you, but at least you're not going to suffocate while flying and exploring on this planet's surface. So I'm going to make sure my landing gear is down, and I'm actually going to put my lights on, hit L, because we are coming close to the surface and it's dark out. I'm willing to give this a go. So we're going to open the doors and head out. So hit T for torch if you recall, and here's the cave. So this cave entrance is one of the older cave entrances. There's the Buccaneer laying up there. I don't know really where the person is. So if you have your rucksack equipped, which you should by now, and you have your utility equipped, you can see the Greycat tool here, you hit 5, and 5 will bring out, oh sorry, it's 4. Is it 4 or 5? Let's try this again. It's 4. 4 will bring out your tool. R will stow it, put it away. So now we have two things. We have right click, which brings up your scanning, and left click, which brings up your mining. What we're doing is I'd keep the scanning open. We're looking for the rocks that we can mine. So we're going to go around here and find some mineable rocks. Hopefully there are some here. Hopefully that person that is in here hasn't mined everything. He has not, because here is some aphrite. Now we're really looking for hadanite, but aphrite will work. Dolomite will work. Keep aimed at the rock until it is scanned, and now you can see there's this green line with a yellow and red on the far left, and if I mouse up and down I can increase and decrease power. So if I put power all the way up to the top, you'll notice that that line is starting to fill up, and I do not want to go over the yellow line, so I go up and down with my mouse wheel when I get close to the green line in order to slow down and control the speed that I am mining these gems. What you want to do is you want to put power into the rock. The status on the right shows you a lot of information about the size of the rock, its stability. So now we're getting closer. I'm going to mouse down, and we're filling up this bar, mousing up and down. This one is fairly hard because there's not much space between the two lines, so you just have to be careful that you don't go over into the overcharge. And it is almost full. And it'll automatically turn off. And now we hit hold R, and we have now cracked this rock. So now we're looking at these gems here. If I hold F, click stow, and that puts it into my inventory. Stow. Oh, we gotta wait as it loads it. Stow, and we pick up our gems. You just have to wait for the servers to record each one that you put in before you put in the next. So you try to pick up all the rocks that are around here. Stow, and there's one more here. Stow. So now if I hold F and right click and hit personal inventory, you'll now see that I have 10% of my storage full with 5 rocks, 12% with 6 rocks. It's it's taking a bit of time to store them all in there. So 5 rocks is 10%. You're looking at about 50 rocks. So I get 50 gems total in the rucksack. If I was wearing armor, I'm gonna hit it 4 again so I can scan while I talk. If I was wearing armor, it would give me a little bit less, or a little bit more storage, I should say. So now we have Dolvine. Dolvine is another type. What we're really looking for is Hadanite, because Hadanite is worth the most. But right now we're going to grab everything we can and just try to make some money. Dolvine is a little more unstable, so when we're doing this, it might go up and down quite a bit while we're mining. So as you can see, it's harder to control. I'm not adjusting my power, and it's going up and down. It's much more unstable and a lot harder to mine than Aphorite. Hadanite is fairly easy to mine and worth about double. But this one, as long as I can avoid overcharging it, sometimes you have to hit the left key or the left mouse button to turn it right off so that you don't accidentally overcharge. You can turn it right off and stop putting power into the rock. But we seem to be doing okay. We're getting some Dolvine here. And we've got another rock. Hold R to put this away, and we'll start doing the same thing, picking up all the rocks. So while I was looking around, I found this here. Well, look here. This is another harvestable. This is some sort of, I forget what this is. Animal dung, I believe. But it is something you can pick up. So if you find any little patches of other things, other harvestables, these will be able to be sold as well. They're not as valuable as the gems, but it takes no effort. And so why not take some free money just by picking these up? You're going to make some more credits. These are going to go into your storage as well. So we'll take a look at these when we head back to our ship. So another Dolvine rock here. We'll scan. Might as well mouse up my power while I wait. This one very close to the top, so it's, as you can see how unstable this one is. So this one I may overcharge and explode. If it looks like that might happen, I'm going to give up on this rock because I definitely don't want to injure myself and have to risk losing everything I found. But right now I've got full power. I'm heading up higher, trying to get to that green line so I can start filling up the bar with the overcharge, trying to get this rock to crack. Once it gets there, I'm going to start mousing down right away so I don't risk going into the red zone. But I'll show you real quick what happens with the red zone. So if this goes higher, there is the overcharge. And as you can see, it's taking a bit to come down. Now that it's down, you can see the red is still charging. It's still dropping now. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you back off. And in considering that it might still go all the way full in green, if it goes in the green while there's still a little bit of red charge left, it will explode. So make sure you back up if you have any red charge in there to avoid blowing up the rock while you're standing right next to it and causing yourself some damage. If it does blow up when the green is full, your rock itself will spread those gems all over the place. So I am not having great luck with this rock, but I think I might be able to crack it if I just be a little bit more gentle. Give a little more power here. Try to keep it lower. There we go. We're good. So there we go. So now we're going to put this away. We're going to pick up these rocks. Checking my inventory. We'll see how much we have right now. So we've got a little bit over half cargo full, which isn't too bad. We're going to look for maybe one more rock, and then we're going to head back just to make sure that we don't lose anything while we're exploring here. So here's something I wanted to find before we head back. So here is a drop off. As you can see, I'm going to put my tool away. If I go over here, we've dropped quite a good distance heading down. It's quite easy to go down. To get up, you need to find these yellow cliffs. Those are the only way up. So what you do is you walk towards them and hit the space bar while holding W for forwards, and you will climb up these cliffs and get back out. So if you ever find yourself at the bottom of a cliff somewhere, that is what you need to do to get up. So I'm going to try to find one more rock with my scanning tool, and when I do, I'm going to head back out of the cave, try not to get lost, and head back to the surface. I found another harvestable here. I don't know what these are, but something I can pick up and I can stow, so it's going to be worth money. So here's something else that I've never seen before that I'm going to grab and put into my rucksack and then bring back with me. So heading back to your ship, if you get a little bit turned around in the caves, all you need to do is look for your ship on your head, and that'll give you a little bit of help finding out which direction you should be heading in order to get to where you want to go. Sometimes it's easier to move without your mining tool out. I'm not finding a lot of rocks, but I'm finding a lot of these other harvestables. So I'm going to pick up more of them on the way out. As soon as I can run and jump here, there we go. And might as well fill up with these on my way out. Pretty much, I don't know, maybe these are worth something, maybe these are worth hardly anything, but it's going to be worth more than zero. And really, all we need to do is make about 4,000 UEC, and we've definitely made profit. And from that, we will still have the rucksack, still have the mining tool, and we haven't found the body. I didn't go very far into this cave, so we can always see this cave while we're playing on this session and head back to it. It's another GPS point. There's no time limit on finding that body as long as you don't log out. That will be an active quest for you, and when you log out, you can just look for another one and head back to the cave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep picking up these things on my way out, try to find another rock, but I don't see one. And once I'm back on my ship, we will head back to Lorville and go for a landing. So our ship is close now. We're heading up. A few more of these, whatever they are. Looks like animal droppings. It's not giving me the option to stow. So I'm going to hit F, right click, personal inventory. Let's see. Let's see if I'm full. So I'm now 100% full. As you can see, I have 12 of whatever these are, 16 of these, 20 Dolivine, and 6 Aferstein, or whatever it's called. So, you know, we are full. We don't have any more room. So now we're going to be heading towards our ship. You just got to remember your way out. Maybe keep something always to the left of you, always to the right of you. Only take left turns and entrances. And basically that'll help you find your way. We are coming towards the top and out to our ship. So there's our ship coming out here. So we are now outside, and we just have to run over to our ship, which will be over this hill. And there it is. So I'm going to get into our ship, and I'm going to head back to Lorville. So you remember that although you cannot jump to the cave, you can jump to Lorville. So I've headed straight up till I'm out of the atmosphere. I'm going to tap B, and we're going to aim at Lorville, which is 139 kilometers away, and we are just going to jump directly there. It'll speed up the amount of time it takes us to get back. So although it only took a couple minutes to fly to that cave, that was definitely a lot quicker, and we are just heading down. Remember, every time you jump, hit N to lower your landing gear before you come in for landing. So I'm going to land the ship and do a bit of a cut, and then I will join you again at the space station right by the kiosks. So we are at the spaceport. We've just got on the tram and we're heading back to the Habs. So we're exiting Tisa Spaceport and we're heading back to where we start our day in Lorville at the Habs. And the reason why we're going there is because that is close to admin, and admin is where you sell things like Dolovine and Hadanite and Aphersite. And so I'm assuming that's where we also sell the other items that we've collected in that cave. So we are going to take the train to the station where we first get on in the morning, and we're going to try selling our items there. So I will do a cut here again, and then I will start when we are at the station. And we are here. So one thing you'll notice is that we still have the GPS for the cave because we never found the body in there. So this is a good way to keep mining gems, is by keeping that mission open and going back and forth, grabbing some more items in the cave, heading deeper and deeper. But what we're doing is we're heading out here and we're heading towards Levzin Square. So the L19 residences, the place where you start, is just around this corner here. So if I come up around over this hill, we'll get you right back to the beginning. So if you log off in Lorville with items in your inventory, they will remain in your inventory. So that's a good way to, I'll just show you. So that's a good way to keep your items and not have to worry about it. So we were just heading to Admin Center, but if you come out of the Habs where you are staying, it's these buildings here, and you'll come down these stairs to the outside. You remember these pipes spewing the garbage. What you want to do from here, or we can come from the station stairs there, and we're going to head this direction. Again, if you come out of the station, you can come down. The stairs are right there, and we're going to the admin office. That's what you are looking for. You no longer need to find Tammy & Sons because you already have your gear, you already have your rucksack. You're going to these trading and shipping consoles, and you are going to use them, select location, and your location will be your personal inventory. Oh, we have to hit sell, personal inventory, and now the Anmanush Plague. Not much, 158 UEC for those were those weird kind of puffball looking things, but we will sell those. Got it, 158 UEC. Then we have Ranta Dung. Those were dung. So how much are those worth? So Ranta Dung, 704. Again, not great, but we're going to sell those. So sometimes, because selling a bunch of little things together, it takes some time, and you might get kicked out of the screen. So what I like to do is I back up, and I head back, and then I go to sell again, and that way there's just less chance. So now we have the Aphrite and Dolovine. Those were the more expensive things. The Aphrite was the first thing we found. If you look at that, 6 gems was 915 UEC. So if we just got gems and didn't bother picking up those other things, definitely worth a lot more. 6 gems as opposed to 16 things for a lot less. That's awesome. And then Dolovine, we have 20 of those, and I believe they're worth the same as Aphrite. So if I click on the Dolovine, there you go, 2,600 UEC. So if you look at our total, we are actually, I believe, ahead now. So we started with 11,000. We bought our rucksack, we bought our tool, and now if we look at our total now, we're at 12,385. So we're actually ahead by about 1,000. Plus, we now have the rucksack and the mining tool. So I'm going to head back out and do another mining run looking for some more. I'm going to try to find another cave, and we'll see how we do. Alright, we are switching things up a bit. We are actually going to go to a different location. We're going to go to try out one that you can warp directly to. I believe HDMO Calthrop is a place that you can mine. I'm not certain about that, but we're going to check it out. It should be fairly close by. So I'm just gonna try blasting straight out of here, see what that's like. I haven't flown this Aurora very much. If I kinda... There you go, look at that, standing right on our edge. Oh, definitely don't want to do that. There we go. Nose down a bit, landing gear up. Look at that. That's awesome. Point the nose up a bit. That's cool. Definitely a fairly fast ship to lift off. Doesn't use much thrust because it is such a lightweight ship, so it accelerates nice and fast. So we just need to get 9,000 up. We're at 6 already, so we're almost there. And then we're gonna find Calthrop, which I believe is close to Lorville. So I've not been there in a long time. It's like a crash ship, if I recall correctly, but apparently there is mining to be had there for hand mining. So I'm gonna take a look and see if that is the case. So let's find it. Security Depot, Halati, Tanramar, Hendrix, Hiram, Ishmael, Stanhope, Edmund, Disposal, Calthrop. There we are. It's 135 kilometers away. And so as opposed to having to fly to about the same distance to get to the last cave we were at, this one will just be a quick jump over and we'll be about 30 kilometers off. So it's a quicker landing, quicker turnaround if this works for mining. So we'll check this one out. So when arriving at a place like this, the best way to find out if you're on track is just to hit B again. That will bring up your jump drive. You can't jump with an atmosphere, but it gives you your target to look at. So you know you're aiming the right way, you know you're about 20 kilometers out. Because it's dark out, put my lights on at the same time. My landing gear's already down. We'll just head in. Watching our altitude. When I get a bit lower, I'll put the jump drive back on, spooled up so I can see where I'm going, and I'll slow down a bit. So here we are. There's an entrance to our ship. So we parked pretty close. That's good. So again, hit 4, get out our mining tool, and let's start looking for things to mine. quite a good run. Maybe about a little over half an hour. I didn't want to spend too much time, and I was able to fill up my backpack with gems. So if I hit personal inventory here, you will see, unfortunately I can't tell which are hadnite, which are dolivine, and which are aphorite, I think is the name of the other one. But I got all gems, 100% full, so we can see here that that is about almost 50 gems, maybe a little more. So we're going to go into the admin office. So our last run, filling up our backpack, but having some gems, some of those dung, and some of those, I forget what they called, something, some sort of like a contagion or something like that. This is all gems. So we're going to go to the trading and shipping console, and you'll see the difference between dolivine. Again, go to sell, personal inventory. So aphorite, the price is 152.5 UEC. Dolivine is 130. Hadnite 275. So if we look at the cheapest one here, the dolivine, we got 22 of them. That's going to give us 2,860. That is over half of what we got in our last, just on its own. So we'll add those to our total, and then we're going to go to the aphorite, which we have 17 of those, and they're slightly more valuable, and we're going to get 2,592 UEC, and then you'll look, we have 13 hadnite. So the least amount that we have is the hadnite. But you're going to see, because of the value of hadnite, we are looking at 3,575 alpha UEC. So looking at the total, that was just a little over half an hour going just for gems, taking a flight from Lorville going to Calthrop, which is about 130 kilometers away, but you can use your jump and jump to there. We have now significantly improved our amount to 21,412 alpha UEC. The last two things we've done, the box delivery missions, are fairly low paying, lots of work, but very good to learn how to fly and explore, kind of relaxing. I enjoy them. Hand mining, a lot of work, but learning to control the mining laser up and down, which is going to be useful when we move to the rock, which will be a big money maker for us. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the kind of exploring, although I haven't actually done it in quite a while, that I have not yet seen any of the new caves. So I definitely want to check out some of the new caves. But look at that, 21,412 alpha UEC. So we started on a little bit of a down today, spending over 3,000, going down to 8,000, and we're now up to 21,000. So we made quite a bit today. Maybe I'll do a couple more runs of this, and then we'll look into maybe renting a ship, or maybe I'll try a bounty. I haven't done a bounty in probably maybe about a year, so maybe I'll try a bounty, try some flying next. But I think working as a miner, we've started to make some money, make some UEC. We're well on our way to purchasing our first ships, our first equipment. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you like the video. If you do like the video, I'm trying different designs. I'm trying maybe something more talking, something with a lot more editing, something with less editing. I don't know if you really want to see as much as the flying and the searching, or if you just like to see the actual mining or the work that I'm doing. I don't know if you like the narration or if you just like to see what's happening. I don't know if you like the instructions. So please leave a comment telling me if you like the video, what you like about the video, and what you'd like to see differently. And I'm going to try to keep this going, try to earn our money, try to different things each time so you can see all the different things that you can do. Maybe take a few days off and just do some exploring. Walk around Lorville and check it out and look at all the stuff that's around here. Maybe fly around Hurston, check out that space station that I saw in the last episode, which is really exciting. But right now I'm going to head back to the Habs and I'm going to call it a day. You can see the sun is going down. Doesn't look like it's rising, so maybe it's almost nighttime and it's time for me to head out and have a little bit of a rest before my next adventure. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon in the verse.